If you've ever seen articles about the average income in the U.S., there's a good chance you're getting a misleading picture about the middle class. When it comes to income, averages skew reality, especially when it comes to understanding where you may stand. In this video, I'll break down the true median incomes and income percentiles across different age groups in the U.S. So whether you're just starting out, climbing the career ladder, or planning for retirement, you can discover where the middle really is and where you may fall. There's no need to be thinking incomes are higher than they really are in the first place. First, let me go over a quick example to show you why averages do not give an accurate picture of the middle when you're looking at incomes. I'll use a very simple example, but the concept holds true for the entire population. Let's say we have 5 people, one making $20,000, one making $40,000 a year, one making $50,000, one making $70,000, and one making $170,000. To find the average, we would add up all the numbers and get $350,000. Then we would divide it by 5, giving us an average, or what's called the mean income, of $70,000. However, notice that if we arrange these incomes from smallest to largest, the number in the middle is $50,000. This is called the median income. The median tells us the middle number, meaning half of the values are below that number and half of them are above. The average is higher because it's pulled upwards by the higher earning individual. Now, let's say the person making $170,000 gets a big pay raise and is now making $520,000. Now adding up all 5 incomes gives us $700,000, and dividing by 5 gives us an average income of $140,000. However, the median, or the person exactly in the middle, didn't change at all, and the average is now higher than 80% of the people. So, with incomes, the average gives a very distorted view of what we think of the middle. Incomes in the U.S. are highly skewed towards the ultra-high income earners, and for this reason, when we want to get a sense of the middle income, we should not be interested in the average. Another problem with much of the information is it can be easy to miss what type of income they're even using. Was it household income, family income, or individual income? And what's the definition of all that anyway? The term household income, which many articles like to quote, generally refers to the combined gross income of all the members of a household above the age of 15, whether they're related or not. And family income is the sum of the income of all family members 15 years or older living in the same household. So if we're looking at a household income or family income data, that doesn't give us a clear picture about the income of an individual. So in this video, I'll only be quoting the median as it relates to the individual incomes. I'll also be using the combination of the latest data from the Federal Reserve and the DQYDJ, which gathers data from the U.S. Census Bureau, the IRS, and the Federal Reserve. The recent data from the Federal Reserve is often quoted in articles, and it shows a median income in the U.S. of $70,300. But that's for families, not individuals. Oh, and let me take a moment to say I'd sure appreciate it if you hit the like button and leave some comments below after the video. Okay, so now let's take a look at individual percentiles by age. A percentile can be used to define a person's rank relative to other people. For example, the 25th percentile of income is the amount of income for which 25% have an income lower than that amount and 75% have an income that's higher. In the 25th percentile, we have, at the age of 25, $25,000. At the age of 35, $39,000, $26. At the age of 45, slightly over $32,000. At the age of 55, $33,000. At the age of 65, $35,000. The individual median income, or what would be the 50th percentile in the US, we would have at age 25, $40,000. At 35, it would be $53,000. At 45, it's $55,600. At the age of 55, almost $62,000. And the age of 65, $60,000. For the 75th percentile, we have at the ages 25, a little over $56,000. At 35, a little over $85,000. At the age of 45, just slightly over $95,000. At the age of 55, almost $102,000. At the age of 65, slightly over $100,000. For the 90th percentile, we have at the age of 25, a little over $82,000. At the age of 35, about $135,000. At the age of 45, slightly over $150,000. At the age of 55, $163,000. At the age of 65, almost $157,000. Now, what about what it takes to get into that lofty 1% club? For the 99th percentile of individual income, we have at the age of 25, slightly over $170,000. At the age of 35, $420,000. At the age of 45, over $634,000. At the age of 55, $453,000. At the age of 65, slightly over $432,000. Now, incomes vary greatly across the U.S. as we move from state to state and even within states. And so does the cost of living due to housing. We also want to remember that higher incomes might give people the opportunity to save and invest more, but it sure doesn't mean that they're taking advantage of that opportunity. It was reported earlier this year that 48% of people making over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck, and 36% of those making over $200,000 are doing so. It appears that many of them fell victim to lifestyle inflation. To protect yourself from falling into this kind of hidden trap, you might want to check out my video on that topic. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Also, it's natural to feel like you would like to be making more, but income isn't well correlated with net worth. Many people who have had a middle-class income all of their lives have become millionaires because they have saved and invested regularly. If you have subscribed to this channel and been watching some of the videos, you know there's lots of great examples of how this can be accomplished. So now you have a better picture of what the actual middle or median individual income in the U.S. is by age. The next time you see an article about somebody talking about incomes, make sure they're quoting the median incomes and be on the lookout for whether they're using family income, household income, or individual income. I hope this has helped clear things up a bit. Please hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.